Hi there, Taurus. Welcome. This is your reading. We are here for you. This is January 2023. And thank you guys for connecting here to you. This is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, any placement of Taurus. Let's jump in and see what's coming through with this first month of the new year. But I was meditating before we get into this channeled message, and I was getting that things... Wow, let's clear it. Almost everything, Taurus, I feel is just going to become exponentially better here for you in this year. And I feel like you're going to be really liking what comes through. Okay, very successful is what I see with something here. And it could be something that you thought was going to die down. Something that you thought was going to kind of get, like, maybe even dry. It's going to resurge here for you. So, Isaac. Isaac, come on, doll. Come here. Let's chew on our bully sticks. And, here. So, yeah, Taurus, I see you just sort of also finding this happy medium sort of energy of being able to find a mid-up point. It can be with someone. It can be with a number of factors. You're just sort of finding where you're going to find synthesis, basically. And it's very exciting. Let's get here a card from the Dragon Oracle deck. No, Isaac. We're reading right now, doll. Okay, here. Why don't you chew on your bully stick? Okay. Some of you, I see you maybe even thought something was going to just be like a very simple, even project. I see this thing expanding, like... big. This is going to be huge. Taurus, I feel like maybe even this was just like something as a hobby that you were doing. I see it expanding it again is what I'm hearing. Some of you, maybe even this is something that you started originally as something just very sort of simple, and then I see it starts taking root. You know, it's like a fire just growing. Some of you, you know that that you've been doing this, let's say, more seriously, but I see it's like really hitting a point that maybe you didn't expect. Okay, I mean, it's surreal. Now, some of you, you're just hitting a plateau, and I see that for some of you, you're going to hit a benchmark. This is really exciting. Okay, some of you, this is, you're the first in possibly a whole company to achieve a certain milestone. So, wow, and congratulations. It can also be in your family. Maybe you're the first, let's say, to accomplish something really big here. Or very particular. It's all relative. I see that you've really worked through a very challenging cycle of even like feeling that there was a lot of competition. Some of you here, I see that you also kind of moved through a cycle that really was really hard, maybe psychologically at a certain point. I see that you made a lot of progress in terms of how you would handle your story, okay? And I see you feeling, in other words, very brave, very courageous. Some of you, you're going to develop some song, and it's going to be a hit. This is what I'm seeing. Some of you may even be on a top hits list. Something will just kind of take fire, and I see a lot of people sort of looking at your content. So what's going on? Prepares all your chakras to embody higher love, accept and radiate higher love, touch others with its flame. Some of you maybe didn't think as well that a friendship would have developed to more. I see a very, very interesting turn that's taken in this connection. We have Orange Dragon, bring soul families and communities together, spread belonging. Some of you maybe thought even that something was more low-key, like not really a big deal, more just like casual. Isaac. No. Isaac? Excuse me, Isaac. No. Isaac, you have to be careful. No, doll. Here. You can play with that. For some of you, like, I feel like maybe you even thought that someone wasn't very serious about you, however they are, and I feel like this is going to come possibly even as a bit of a shock or a surprise. Some of you, maybe you were even just expecting for something to, like, end or die down, and I see that, well, in a simple way, it's just simply not. So, yeah, some of you will be nominated even for something. Now, some of you, you're going to realize how popular you are. Like, if you are popular and maybe, like, I see that this is a moment where, like, fame so-called hits you, like, it hits you. Like, oh, okay, I'm famous, I'm hearing that. Okay, wow. For some, this is you're hitting, I'm telling you, like, for some of you, you're going to get some sort of record deal. For some, this is something that's just official. It's like, okay, there's no going back. Like, I can't say I'm just from some small town, like, kind of vibe. Not saying that there's anything wrong with a small town, necessarily. Orange Gold Dragon from Arcturus. But yeah, I mean, there's just this moment of, like, feeling that you have sort of made progress and that it's like there's no really going back. Okay. Isaac, come. Come here. Come here. You need help? You need help coming back? He, like, traveled to this little... Okay, it's, like, so awkward. I have 3 chairs here. Come. Come here. Isaac, come on, doll. Come on. I know. Okay, yes. He got, like, kind of cast away on the island ottoman stool. And, here he is. He's made his way back. So, fruity. He smells like fruit. Yeah, so Taurus, I feel like maybe even some of you, like, this is a classic example. I never thought that my jokes would actually be that funny to so many people. It's like, maybe you thought they were funny, like, for yourself, but then there's a moment where, like, you actually... No, Isaac, no. You actually start making maybe even money from what you're doing, and it's like, damn, okay, so people really like my content? I'm hearing that. For whatever reason, he's running after my purse. Isaac, hey. Okay. Some of you gonna break the bank, no, I'm telling you, like, some of you gonna, yeah, you definitely, I see, like, a lot of really exciting moments where you've achieved a lot, okay, and there's success. I mean, there's nothing more to say about it, but that, okay. Some of you, let's go. There's nothing more to say about that. Some of you, you're just gonna enjoy the fruits of your labor, and to a Taurus, hey, I mean, that's more or less, yeah, hashtag goals. So let's get further here. Not to be offensive, okay, or anything. But yeah, I'm here with Alexander. Like, some of you, you're gonna just be, like, very fashionable. I even see, I'm seeing something about, like, maybe if you're you're a fashion designer, like, maybe you used to create, like, I don't know, there's someone, it's like, everyone's wearing my stuff, like, how cool, yeah. Some of you, listen, like, I'm hearing Taurus, like, you made it, alright? You've made it, okay, it's very exciting. For some, you're gonna get, like, a shout-out for maybe, like, one of even, like, your idols, or, like, yeah, I mean, this is very exciting. Isaac, come here. Hey. This is for Isaac. No. This one. This one is for Isaac. Come here, Isaac. Either you're down or you're up, doll. Here. Okay, that's no more Isaac. Okay. Some of you, like, you're gonna have to make a decision, I feel, because you're gonna have a lot of maybe even, like, interests. It could be romantic. It can also be for career. You're gonna have a lot of clients, like, a lot of people wanting to work with you. I'm hearing there's gonna be a lot of buzz. Some of you, this is something about family. You may have to decide, let's say, between spending time with family versus maybe even career matters. There may be just a lot of pressure here, okay, when it comes to decisions. Good boy, doll. I'm just gonna put his the safety guard here for him. 'Cause, yeah, it's just making me feel a little bit nervous when he is kind of running around. For some, let's go down the back. I mean, I just see that as well. Like, there's going to be a newfound level of abundance, like things that you would have never expected, maybe even to come through. Like, some of you have clients, maybe even, you know, things just surprising. Like, maybe you thought, I don't know, it's just surprises. It's like, wow, it's just like, I just see abundance coming through for you, Taurus. I'm hearing Aries, Leo, Libra. It could be you and your bloodline, the whole bloodline, you know, your friends, your family. I'm even hearing that, people who you know. It's just like everything's going very well around you, and that's lovely. I feel like, because you're not feeling like there's strife energy, like you're not feeling like people are sort of also like vampirish around you, like kind of, how do we say it? It's like we're all doing very well. It's like none of us have to really, you know, row each other's boats for one another. I hear like that. Okay. Interesting. Let's get a little further. that's like not meant as an offense, but I mean, it's up to you to take it that way or not. People, yeah, we can get it. You can get it. Yeah. Anyway, let's just move on. Malachite, Mother Earth healing. It's back. Let's clear it in the heart chakra and the throat chakra. I am nurtured in the arms of Mother Earth. Some of you, I feel that you're going to finally find peace with something. This is something that was bothering you for a long time. And I see a piece of jewelry here. Some of you, you may finally make peace or make up with someone. This is someone who you really, you mean a lot to, and vice versa. And I see that you guys, there might even be something financial here. If someone here kind of like ran with something, as you may have felt it, like I feel that they're going to reunite with you in that space, like on many, many levels. And if there was a financial factor and that's your love language, this person will come through with that. I see, for example, maybe this person was not showing you that they cared about you, maybe by way of investing in the relationship. I see that they're going to finally kind of make so-called certain sacrifices. Maybe their idea of love was saving money together so that your long-term would look amazing. But what about the current moment? So if I see some of you, your lifestyle is going to change with someone, and that is going to mean a lot to you. Maybe it's even a sacrifice. It's so-called sacrifice that somebody makes so that you guys can sort of be on the same page. We have amethyst, orange, selenite, larimar. Some of you are going to even meet someone that could be someone you end up working very well with. It may be something kind of unexpected, like you never thought that you would do what you could do with this person and in this way, and it's very, very, very sort of exciting, and it's something that you really sort of I feel he's barking at me as if I can't hear him. No, Isaac, what's wrong? Hold on, let me just double check what's going on. What's going on, Isaac? You want to come down? Let me bring you down then. Isaac, come here. No, come here. Isaac, I have to work. You're going to stay there. And please don't bark in my ear like that, doll. Okay. Some of you... That's not very nice, Isaac. No, that's not very... Isaac, that's not very nice. Oh my god. Okay, listen, guys. I have to put that, yeah, I mean, this is not, yeah, sorry guys for the noise. Hopefully it's not that loud and you can just hear me. Yeah. So, no, I need to do my work, Isaac. I need to do my work. Oh no. He's very good at this. Okay, so let's get further. Some of you, I mean, you know, there's a decision between he's making me very nervous like that. Come here. You want to come down? Come down. Okay. Some of you, you know, I keep hearing, like, you're going to be very popular, Taurus. Like, it's to the point where, I mean, you have to really, really, really come down to it and make your decisions when it comes to even choices. You know, you may have a lot of people interested in you, and you may have a lot of people involved in what you're doing, but it's like, what are your standards? What is important, and what are your priorities even, you know? Even emotionally, I'll say, because I just see something expanding to the point where it's like, let's say you're going to have to make decisions. Like, I wasn't expecting to have 10 suitors or 5 suitors. I wasn't expecting to have, like, 10 suit pants that I've just gotten tailored, and now the decision is which one has a better stitch. You know, there's something that is exciting. I'm hearing Jupiter. Now, but for some of you, this is about, you know, someone also really coming through. And I feel like some of you here, many of you, you're going to see, someone, you know, committing for, that's what I'm getting, and we're gonna get a little bit on that. Okay, what is this energy of commitment? Yeah, let's get a little bit into possibly even, you know, who this is. Some of you, I feel like you didn't want to maybe have, you know, really big expectations in this space. Like, you didn't, maybe, for example, like, you were dating someone, but, like, you did not want to act desperate. This is what I'm hearing. I feel that this person may even, like, literally, like, the karma is such, like, what I'm feeling the karma as is that let's back it up, clear throat chakra. The karma is so positive that, it's in the way of, you're not having to fight for what it is that you want. This is really annoying, this chair. It's really extremely fucking annoying. I'm sorry, Taurus, I'm hearing Aries. Some of you, you know, this energy came through in the Aries reading as well, like something, you know. Some of you maybe even had, like, a competitor. Someone here was very, maybe even, like, mean or rude. Maybe even you had a bully here. Someone who was just making trouble, and it's like, I feel like you're finally going to figure out, like, also what this person actually, well, you're going to not have to deal with this. That's the lasting point here. Something is going to be eliminated. So any irritating energies. You know, if someone here was also like, yeah, sort of acting like they didn't care about you, but they actually do, I feel like redemption is here. For some of you, I do see someone here wanting to talk to you about something. And let's get a little bit on who this is. Eight of Wands, wow. Someone who's very pleased with your performance. Let's back it up. Someone's very pleased with how far you've come. And they want to see you excel further. Someone may be investing in your work. You may have an Etsy account. Something about Etsy. I wanted to mention that earlier. Something about knitting or sewing or listen, you're gonna hit the ball out of the park. It's just not even funny anymore. Strength here. Yeah, with how also I just keep hearing popular. So there's something that I feel like a lot of there's a lot of curiosity here, and a lot of people want to know, okay, how it is that maybe you are moving through so quickly. I feel like, you know, it's the equivalent of people, want to have an interview with you. Some of you, an interview, there's something kind of, let's back it up. There's definitely an energy though, Taurus. I can't sugarcoat it. There's definitely something kind of annoying. And I feel like, you know, they do say with, you know, amazing things come a bit of even nuisances. So there's a little bit of this like nagging, annoying energy, okay, a little bit. And it's the, you know, it's kind of like the example of, you know, you make more money, you have to deal with taxes and these sorts of things. Okay, you make money, period, you have to deal with more, you know, the more money you make, the more taxes you have to pay. Just something like that, okay? There's something just like of a nuisance a little bit here. But it's like on the whole, I feel like would you trade it? No. If we're going back, no. Some of you are dealing maybe with like trolls. I hope it's not the case. I hope it's not the case. But there's something just kind of, it's getting more irritating, and I feel like you're gonna have to identify what that is soon. It's maybe something where you're thinking it could be something even like you gotta get squared away before it gets kind of like bigger. Justice here in reverse, Wheel of Fortune. Let's get a little bit further. This may even be something in the back burner, like something in the back of your mind, something that you just have to like really talk about. Okay, maybe even, for example, like let's back it up. Let's say that you are doing a project here, low key with someone, and then you're kind of becoming very popular with this. You may need to like really have a contract and like figure out, I mean, who's gonna be who and how much are they gonna get. I'm seeing a Gillette razor here. It could be very specific, some kind of razor. It's like you're gonna have to start, let's back it up. Some of you may even need to legally protect yourself here. I'm seeing that. Like, if you even design something, you may want... Yeah, there's something of a nuisance energy. I have to be very, very honest here, Taurus. I do see that. It's, for some of you, your thoughts. It's like, maybe you just want to square something away so that it's not in the back of your mind. Because I see a little bit of this, like, anxious energy coming up. For some of you, this is someone else, okay? Some of you, I do see someone here, maybe even, like, they want to confirm that you guys are dating. Because I feel like maybe they even kind of... left this even, to not even be, like, addressed. I keep hitting the fucking microphone. I'm really sorry, guys. There is definitely an energy here, okay? Yeah, you have to address this because as exciting as all of this is, there is, and it's not a downer, it's more like, I feel something that you're gonna realize, like, it's not going to be advantageous for you to put this off. So, Justice in reverse, Wheel of Fortune upright, even if it's very awkward, and this reminds me a little bit of the Scorpio read. Something kind of weird, like, do we want to talk about that? Not really. But it is something that I feel is going to assist in your overall sort of, like, even psyche space. Like, you need to be able to, you know, really afford to also... there's something fundamental that you may want to just sort of start to even like research on, because this may be something that down the line you really want to be able to talk at greater length about. But if you don't start a conversation right now, it may be kind of a little trickier down the line. For some of you, this is something that I see you're very good at, and I see that this is something that you maybe want to even like prepare yourself for getting more serious, like having that mindset. This may become something big. So what I want to sort of have in place, what would I want to sort of have even as research backup, as a conversation, as a platform? Maybe this is even, let's say, maybe even something of knowledge that you want to have, okay? For somebody, this is even maybe even someone you want to hire, or somebody here you want to work with, or somebody here that you want to... Let's clear the energy. This is someone, yeah, I do see that... You know, I hate to say it, but Taurus, I'm hearing Virgo, like, you may have someone here who's kind of, like, really annoying. This person is gonna have to, You know, maybe for some of you, I gotta be honest, like, you may need to, like, cease a contract. Okay, you may need to end a contract here with someone because they're not really assisting in your work, and they're not really, you know, but then it's like you're becoming very popular, and it's like, what am I going to do here? For a small number of you, this comes down to your rights intellectually. Please, you know, I'm hearing from spirit, like, make sure that you're set up in the space, yeah, because I do see, I want to get a little bit, what is this energy? With the sun in the theme, listen, I mean, you got to think about you in the future, right? Because maybe you started some business, and it's like, you started off maybe even like mom and pop style. I hear something about a wardrobe. Maybe it was even just cheeky fun, and then it actually, like, for some of you, went viral, or it sort of is, like, blowing up. I would square away whatever legal matters are needed here, and at least, you know, get the ball rolling with that process. Like, just kind of maybe start learning about what might be to it. We have the Ten of Wands, the Two of Cups, we have the Hangman in reverse. You may be dealing with a water sign. A water sign maybe is, like, really focused on you in this space, or there's something that you guys really need to come down to a decision of. Some of you, there is a question of commitment. It's big, it's on the table, and you guys both want to talk about it, I feel, at the same time. It's kind of like you both kind of come to the point where you're like, we got to talk about this. Let's get here some more energies. We have the sun again in the theme. Some of you here, I see again, like, there is something that is going to just be big for you. I hear it's, like, blowing up for you. Some of you, your work is blowing up. You're totally going to be all over, okay? I see your record. If you have a record, some of you, you know, it may just honestly, like, just... It's like, wow, it's overnight. For some of you, I'm telling you, it's going to be, come back to this video, okay? Those of you, like, yeah, okay. It was 1 year after the reading. See, it was not just, it's not the reading. We did, like, 5 readings where this word, we said Corona was coming through in every freaking reading for, like, months. There was a stream, this string, okay? This stream of consciousness, it would be hitting on the energy that would manifest and proliferate about a year down the line. So come back to this video, save it to a playlist. Save it to a playlist if you feel guided, Taurus. Save it to a playlist and come back about 6 months down the line, and you'll see this reading very differently, I bet you, okay? Maybe this month, hey, it'll be more literal. You know, it depends on what your timeline is, how fast how quickly you're moving through your karma, how fast you're moving through your karma. Yeah, there's something here, Taurus, you really got to get down to, because I see that until that point, there's going to be a bit of this feeling of, okay, this sort of, like, limitation, and maybe it's just perceptively, like, I don't like feeling in the back of my mind that I haven't squared this way, you know, that I haven't even, like, begun to research this, thought about this. For some of you, this has to do with you feeling that you are in alignment with your resources, your creative values and assets. And number one, I'm hearing something about genes, you being in alignment with your creative talk ultimately, okay? So, and for some of you, you want to maybe go solo. It's like, I gotta, like, tell these people that I can't be here for them in that way. I hear like that. So let's get a little further. Let's see here on what you're sealing the deal with. If it is someone, can we get a little more information on that? I see some of you investing in marketing more. Maybe, for example, you've been involved in something, but I just see you putting a lot more money into even like research or development, or the face of you're putting more into what is already there in the business, even for some of you. Like, you're taking it to the next level, okay? If it's something about your creativity, I see you just kind of putting more into your creativity. And yeah, it's like you're feeding and fueling. Let's clear it. Your imagination. I feel like you're going to prioritize where you're putting your assets, and it's going to go back to what you start with, is what I'm hearing in some ways. But it's always up to you what you're investing in, your time and your energy. And this is a general video, and not all Taurus energy is on the same timeline here, right? So it's not all Taurus energy is in the same form and shape that it has willed itself and through and along, down and along, and I'm hearing, and down and along. I'm hearing Leonardo DiCaprio. So now some of you, I feel like this is a decision that you're kind of scared to make. It's like, oh, I don't really want to make this decision, but it's kind of like very silly. It's like, you have to do this. I'm hearing that, Taurus. This is what you're feeling. It's like, at a certain point, why am I holding on to this even? It's like, this is not feeling good. So for some of you, I see you start to question, and it really reminds me of the Gemini reading as well. What is holding me back from making this decision that's ultimately going to be empowering to me? For some of you, this is just a conversation you need to have. It might be something that, you know, somebody was avoiding. We have the Death card. Maybe some of you felt like, I'll be better off, like, just kind of not having this conversation, not thinking about the space anymore. Like, it's all good. Seven of Swords in reverse, but it doesn't feel good when it's weighing heavily on our consciousness. And some of you, this is someone here who's feeling bad, and they're coming back. They're coming back. They're turning around. They don't like this whole, like, movie scene, not knowing the next act, and, like, we froze in the middle of it all, and we don't know what's happening. Some of you, this person is being totally, like, taken over by their emotion for the situation, and maybe they thought that their logical mind was more in control than it actually ended up being. So, let's get here into the second week. Let's back it up. Some of you, you're also, this is a heads up, you're becoming pretty popular. You are gaining a lot of traction here with your work, and I do see people cropping up from the past. People who maybe you decided you do not deserve my attention. It's as simple as that. You didn't respect me. You weren't there for me back then when I was on my last life as a cat. Okay, I hear it like that. Okay, and yeah, that was totally inappropriate. And some of you really saw someone's true colors. You saw entirely, like, from A to Z who this person really was to you and how this person really was to you. And you're no longer making excuses. And I see that you're gonna have a full gamut of energies that want to sort of collaborate with you now. So it's interesting how the story sort of turns when you do sort of reach certain peaks and spikes when it comes to your output, your creative energies, and the level that you are leveling up to. It's really going to be a moment where you have to be looking at the situation zoomed out, okay, and not like, wow, this person's like coming back, this one person who, you know, I mean, that's not a big deal, okay? You, of course, are coming back because you are in a really exciting energy sort of frequency playing in your work. For many of you, this always will depend. We're not talking about just Taurus across the board. We're talking about individuals and anyone who has Taurus in their chart who's actually transmuting the shadow, right? So that at least on this channel, that's who we're talking to as a querent. So querent light, yeah, light worker. Those choosing light who are on the Light Body Council team. I'm hearing that as well, who are working with the frequency of light. Anybody could call themselves a light worker, but energy doesn't lie, and spirit also doesn't close an eye to what it is that they've also worked with from the very get-go. They know who you are. There's no, convincing, But anyways, okay, now for some of you, you're also dealing with a situation where this is not good karma. There's something that is not really good karma, and let's back it up, clear your throat chakra. This is something that has to be addressed, because with the Five of Pentacles, this is even someone here who, or something that you're involved in that has to be cleared out. And this reminds me of the Gemini reading. So there's something that you really have to, like, in a committed way, truly, like, cut out. It may even be, ooh, are you okay, Isaac? Sorry, doll. I'm sorry. Did that just, like, in a committed way, sort of like, possibly even detox from, okay? This is something that you're gonna have to sort of, I mean, it could be an addiction of some kind. It can be something that, you know, you just keep thinking that it's like, how am I gonna, like, what's the path? You know, for some of you, this is about your health. Possibly you really want to make sure that you're starting to, let's back it up, clear throat chakra, really starting to question, you know, also symptoms possibly, like, well, that feeling I have, you know, what does that mean? Maybe some of you want to read up on it. You know, it could be that spirit is nudging you to look more into even like a more natural sort of health space. I'm hearing healthcare system, whatever that means for you. Just sort of maybe research, you know, even sort of maybe read up on, you know, even for interest or because you are interested, something here that you may actually be interested in further, kind of getting sort of even a degree in for some of you. There's something maybe even you're very interested in, something about natural health. Let's back it up. Let's put Reiki for some. Now, for some of you, this is something that is on your record. I'm hearing that. It's like, I don't want this on my record. Some of you, you have to maybe square something away here. It can be something about credit. Let's get a little bit more. That's in the first week of January. Let's get into this last week. So maybe this is someone here who you're dealing with. Like, this is something that they needed to square away. It's kind of, someone here maybe feels like it's kind of like they didn't want to approach you until they kind of got that, like, hashed away. If that is the case, I do feel this person was facing a little bit of this feeling of, like, embarrassment or shame around whatever that was. Maybe their finances weren't on point. That was making them feel, like, kind of inadequate, okay, to pursue, you know, a more serious conversation with you. With a Hangman in reverse, maybe if there's a commitment issue, yeah. I see someone's, like, saving up for something. This could also be you. Maybe you're now finally feeling more comfortable, even, like, sort of, kind of extending yourself to another person. It's kind of like when we're in a good energy, we're kind of more in the space of, like, wanting to reach out even to others with something. Maybe you're thinking of even, like, let's clear it. Some of you, you're going to maybe even start a campaign. some sort of campaign, some sort of philanthropic based program. It's something where you're like, this was my dream to be able to finally like give back to this space. Some of you, this is something that your work is evolving into. For some of you, this is a matter, wow, look at this. I mean, it says miracles happen. Number 17, give the universe your clear intention on the 5 of Pentacles. This is something that you maybe really want to sort of also transmute with the 5 of Pentacles. I do feel that that might be a major sort of like soul lesson, something that you are, it's a little intimidating, but I feel like this is a matter of sort of really directly, okay, directing this. Okay, see, this is this frustrating energy. This is something that's trying to sort of, well, it's taking your life over for some, okay? And maybe you're starting to realize this is becoming an issue. Maybe it's even a habit. We need to get a little bit more on that. Okay, it's a little bit of a habit. This is, let's clear. This is something, maybe you're dealing with someone who was very, like, much reluctant to get help in this space. Okay, we have Virgo and Mars and Virgo. For some of you, this is about your health. This is about taking leadership and direction on when it comes to certain habits. Some of you, you need to balance. But this is a journal video. Please talk to a person practitioner, right? Okay, the cards further we have let go of a fixed plan, allow for spontaneity and growth at number 35. For some of you, this is something of a program or a schedule you need to get back into. Maybe that's sort of something, it's like frustrating you. You're realizing this is not good. Okay, the way that all of this is run and the schedule doesn't make sense. Like, there's so much potential if only you could just sort of like find this sort of rhythm. And that's very interesting to have to mention that in a Taurus reading or to mention that in a Taurus reading. But I feel like this is you saying, I could go even further with what I'm doing. Should I sort of have this sort of, you know, even more zoomed out perspective? I see some of you here. This is about your self-talk though. And it's like, yeah, really coming down to, well, this is not a big deal. If, you know, me manifesting, I'm not sitting here like, oh my God, I owe what I have earned back to another person. I hear like that. This is about you saying, possibly even wanting to save up your money. Okay, saying, you know, how do I feel in terms of the consciousness related to what I've created? Do I feel like I don't deserve it, so I need to just go and spend it? This is what I'm hearing. Dream big, dream with your heart, number 38. Some of you, I see that there's a lot of self-talk as well around, you know, does this other person, you know, deserve a say in what I'm doing? For some of you, maybe, or deserve a say in how I feel about what I've created. Some of you, this is you also shutting down like outlets. Let's clear the energy again. See, it's very frustrating. This closing the door once and for all to this energy that is not assisting me. This is about respect for, okay, how you create, and not just what you create, but also when you create it. So this is you saying, hold on a fucking second, like, I own my shit here. And for some of you, you really need to sort of have greater boundaries within a certain space so that you can really continue to expand. And I feel even in terms of your consciousness, let's go to the crown. Maybe some of you are like, I don't, there's something like kind of oppressive, whether or not it intends to be. It's kind of like, this is just not going to be in your best interest. So we'll see you in the next